see if this one works. Yee. Yee. You willikers. Say hi,
There
Larson.
we are. Hi, everybody. Oops,
Yep.
my microphone to be here. Hi, everybody.
Uh-oh. How you guys doing, everybody? Refresh your shit if the stream
This isn't a new cup. I've used
out.
this one before. My other one's dirty.
This isn't what? Oh, you mean, yeah, you've used that before.
Yeah, I've used this before. There's a piece on the inside that I forgot to put in.
Your Bubba is dirty.
Well, I brought it yesterday. Usually before I bring it back over, I wash it.
Sure.
I didn't have time this morning. Overslept today.
That must feel good.
Yeah, until I have
it
to
was the best.
stress to get 2 hours of stuff done in an hour.
Number one, how's our audio? Let us know how our audio
Yeah.
is. Number two, you know what the best is? The best is like Bama woke us up around 5:30 this morning, and I thought it was 7:30, and I look at my phone and I realize that I still have another 2.5 hours of sleep. It's amazing.
See, I was starting to wake. Looked at my phone. It said 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh, this is an hour later than we're supposed to get up.
Yeah,
So it was a mad rush to get everything done before I had to come over here.
yeah.
Didn't get all of it done. Supposed to watch all of Bad Blood 97 this morning.
Yeah.
For the last hour of it.
Yeah,
I only got through half hour of it.
yeah. Well,
Too many things to do.
you only got what?
I only got the Bret Hart Bulldog versus Vader the Patriot match.
Oh, yeah.
Watched this morning. I didn't get a chance to watch the main event. The very first Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, me neither. I'm yeah. I don't know. We can figure that out.
Well,
We can-
just watch
maybe
it.
we can watch it together.
Yeah, during lunch.
Nice. That's gonna be a good lunch, man. It's gonna be fun. Right on. Do you
Yeah,
guys drink coffee?
yeah.
Fuck yeah, I drink coffee.
I had
Absolutely.
a cup and a half this morning.
Coffee's amazing.
It can be. Have you ever had a scenario where you're like, okay, I'm really excited about a cup of coffee. I need it today. And you drink it, and it does nothing. Like in terms of waking you up.
No, because I honestly don't even. For me, I think it's probably psychological at this point. I think for a lot of people, it's probably just psychological because at a certain point, I imagine you become immune to the effects of like the same amount of caffeine every day.
Yeah.
But your body gets so used to it that it needs to kickstart. Like, but no, as soon as I have it, when I wake up these days, I never feel like I want to go back to sleep.
Oh, really?
Unless it's an abnormal time. Like I get up around between like 7:30 and 8. And I'm never like, unless I'm like up for a stupid, abnormally late reason.
Usually for me, it's like, if I have one night where I only get like 6 or 7 hours of sleep, I'm fine. But by the end of the week, if that's the case, by like Thursday or Friday, I just want to live in bed for an entire day.
Like I went to the gym last night, like late last night, and
Yeah.
I got back around 11:15 or so.
That'd be hard getting to sleep.
And then I watched Raw.
Yeah.
But I had it on PlayStation View, so it only took me about an hour and a half to pop through all of it. And then I went to sleep, slept like a log.
Yeah, I did too.
When I woke up at 5:30, I was like, oh, nice. That would have been bad, but then I went back to sleep. It was good.
Someone's asking what shirt. It's my Kevin Owens shirt.
Fight Owens, fight.
I like.
You don't see that shirt a lot. I don't think
they sell it anymore.
Yeah, and I even so, like I've never seen anybody like chilling in the audience with like merch on with that shirt.
I know.
On.
I think
It's like the best shirt they have for him. Yeah, it's great.
It's a good shirt. Yeah, Steve got a haircut finally.
I did get my haircut. It was great. I was telling Larson earlier when I was there because I call in advance, and she said, "Is Steve here?" And I didn't say Steve here, but I just said, "Yeah, it's me."
Yes,
yeah,
Steve is here. Thoughts on the new Fashion Police shirt? It's a bit much.
Yeah, it is a bit much. It's too much. It's too much going on there. I mean, I guess, you know what, if you're going to go all out, it's a Fashion Police. It kind of needs to be too much.
Yeah.
Could have been different, though.
It's not awful.
Like, what
It's
they should be doing is, like, giving us, like a Fashion Vice shirt.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
Absolutely.
Like on a aqua or a teal shirt
That'd be good.
with that logo. That'd be
Yeah,
fantastic.
totally, yeah. Or like a
I'd
pink.
wear that.
Like a pink.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I'd buy that.
Aqua's a great color.
Kyle Young, what New Japan merch are you looking to buy at Long Beach?
See Kota Ibushi's going to be in the G1.
No.
Yeah, it was announced
The
today.
actual G1 tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know it'd be great if it was at Long Beach, but he's going to be in the tournament. There's the way the brackets are set up. Well, I don't know if they've released the brackets.
It's round robin though. There's
blocks, so
blocks,
chances are we're going to get. And Kenny Omega had already tweeted at him because it's not Tiger Mask W, it's Kota Ibushi.
Oh, cool.
I know.
Is Kenny in the G1?
Yes.
Oh man,
he is. Yeah.
Now I need to look at that.
I know.
Well, we take some more questions.
Oh man.
What?
I've had this like zit that I keep on having to kill like right here, and it keeps on coming back. So now it's just like a scar. It's like itchy.
Oh yeah.
Dirty Yoshihashi's in it. There's a lot of familiar names. Kota Ibushi's kind of the big wow. Wait.
What?
Okada's in it?
Yeah.
Champion can win G1?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okada was in it last year.
He was?
Yeah, he could advance to the semis, but he and Tanahashi wrestled to a time limit draw.
Oh. That's when I was kind of paying attention. Interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Yeah, as long as we get Ibushi Omega at some point.
Oh, I know. Be amazing.
That's awesome. Very excited.
Very, very exciting. All right, you want ready to kick this off?
Yeah, let's get going.
All right, let's do it. Oh, so quick note, everybody. We're gonna hang out for a bit after the stream, but we're gonna the bonus. I feel like we've been kind of cheating patrons out of
A real bonus episode.
an actual bonus episode. So what we're gonna start doing is actually filming it on the tail end of the dirt sheet, and it's gonna be non-news. It's gonna be news that was released, but it's really non-news. Not a big deal.
Yeah, sort of like, was it last week or the week before when there was reports that Mark Andrews might have been severely
One of
hurt.
the authors of Pain dumped him on his head.
Yeah, and there was worries that he'd be significantly hurt.
Right.
Turns out he was fine.
Turns out he was fine.
Ended up being non-news.
Yeah, so that's going to be a Patreon exclusive series that we do. Probably on the shorter side because it's all non-news.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes or so.
But we feel like that we're still going to hang out after the stream.
Yeah, for a few minutes.
We can do an improv top 10 still. We can still do that.
Just talk,
That's
answer some questions.
That's a goofball thing. But it's not. But you know, because I'm tired of being like, I'm hungry. Let's rush through this bonus
I know.
episode.
Patrick Oliva wants to know, is there a Long Beach meetup happening?
Yeah,
At
I
some
think
point, yes.
probably day one.
Yeah.
Just to get it out of the way. That's so bad. Get it out of the way because we're hungry, want lunch. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We'll make the announcement. It'll just be outside the convention center.
Yeah.
At a certain location.
At a certain time.
Maybe we can. We'll find out. Maybe we'll do a Pulsey day 1, day 2. Who all's going?
Day one would probably work better for me,
Okay. All right.
I think.
Maybe I'll just do MF Steve here meetup.
It's fine. On day 2, have at it.
On day 2, exactly. Or I'll do that on day 1 also and just tell you to leave. Okay, Larson, now you can go. Unless you're a fan of MF Steve here, of my channel. No? And all we'll do is talk about Impact.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're going good. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Do I have questions up?
Jason the Cabbie makes a good point here.
What?
I don't know. Should we talk about? My opinion is changing on the women's Money in the Bank match after hearing some more thoughts from some different people.
Yeah.
About yay or nay the outcome of that. Should I save it for tomorrow for the SmackDown episode, or should we do it today?
I guess if it seems like it's there's a decent segue to do it today, you can do
It's
it today.
it's a SmackDown specific thing. I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll do it tomorrow.
In general, I mean, what? Give me in generalities.
If your finish disheartens a large portion or the fan base that you're trying to actively bring in,
Yeah.
and it serves to do nothing but disillusion them.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's a failure.
Yeah.
That's a failure.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
That's the general point.
I understand that.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Are we hot?
Yeah,
blah, 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 blah,
Hi,
blah.
everybody. Did you adjust the audio after yesterday? The gameplay stuff?
I don't even think I turned it up yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
But it's back down to where it was.
I
never brought it back to minimum. No.
Okay.
It's normal.
Maybe the mics are just closer.
Well, we're also like freaking healing right now, so.
We're jacked. We had so much coffee in us this morning.
It's great. I had eggs.
I had a steel cut oatmeal this morning. It's high in fiber and protein.
That's dope.
With some nuts and some blueberries and some sunflower seeds.
All right, here we go.
Very healthy.
I am usually just generally louder than
you
Larson,
are.
So, all right, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stream up. Well, I gotta keep stream up and I gotta look at notes. I'll do this. So chat's off, but I'm gonna keep an eye on stream because I don't want it freaking doing what it did last time.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. My notes here. Only so much real estate here on the thing. All right, here we go.
You need one of the 17-inch laptops. They don't make those anymore, do they?
Oh, I don't know. Next thing I'm going to get, if we get that office space that we've been talking about, I'm getting a freaking Alienware laptop. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson. And anywhere fine podcasts are available, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it so you know whenever there's new Going In Raw content, which these days, Larson, is daily.
Yeah, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, sometimes. We're also available at Patreon, at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We currently have, whoa, gee willikers, 80 people watching right now.
Is this available to the $1 patrons?
This is $5. Tomorrow, because we
That's
had
right.
Money in the Bank, a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, tomorrow the SmackDown recap show will be available to all $1 patrons.
All patrons.
All patrons, exactly. I mean, if you kick in 50 cents, you might be excluded.
Well, I thought the minimum is $1.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
That could be, okay. Because sometimes people just say, hey, 50 cents. I don't want any rewards, just here's 50 cents.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
I don't
that.
think anybody's done that, though.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't know if you can do that.
I don't either.
Anyways, we got a bunch of great reward tiers, and we're adding one thing to the $5 reward tier, which is our best value tier.
By far.
So up until now, our bonus episode has been kind of just an overrun of the Raw recap stream where we take questions, we do like an impromptu top 10,
Yes.
some silliness. But we're actually going to start producing an actual new bonus episode of non-news, which will probably be released every Friday. And it's
Let's
do
it Saturday.
Let's do it Saturday. Okay.
Well, no, Friday's fine.
Release it Friday. And it's all the little bits of news that really don't matter a damn, but for whatever reason they ended up
Or
on
stuff-
the dirt sheets.
Or stuff that seemed like it might be a story but ended up being
A non-story.
A non-story.
A non-news.
Yes.
So it's non-news. So that should be a lot of fun. We used to do non-news on our old podcast. What was it? Podcast for the Win?
Yes, and even before that.
And 10 for the Win Live.
Yeah, we used to do 10 for the Win live.
That's
an
right.
hour-long live version of 10 for the Win.
What a great segue, Larson, because this Thursday we have our very first live stream Gaming in Raw. That's our retro gaming series.
Yes.
We're going to be doing that this Thursday. Stay tuned to our Twitter account or here on the show. We'll give you the exact time. Probably around
middle of the
3-ish,
afternoon. Yeah.
2 or 3-ish. We'll see.
Probably 3.
Yeah, I would think 3. And we're going to be playing WWF No Mercy. The $10 and up patrons, they all voted.
I'll admit I'm a little disappointed.
You wanted World Tour.
I wanted a base hit tournament.
It's been a while since we did No Mercy, though.
I know, but it's been a while since we've done a base hit tournament,
All
too.
right. Well, I'm sure.
I mean, No Mercy's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Well, maybe next time we won't even put it up to a vote. We'll just do it.
Okay.
Because that's not included in the reward tiers. Is voting on our gaming stuff.
I just thought it'd be a cool way to kick things off. Base hit tournament.
Well, you should have said something.
I
to me.
did. We talked about it yesterday.
You said we didn't know. You said it was either going to be one or the other.
I thought I made
And then
it,
I think I said I'm going to put it up for a
I don't
vote.
remember that. I thought I made it fairly clear that I wanted a base hit tournament.
Did you vote in the poll yesterday?
I didn't know there was a poll up till this morning. You didn't tell me you were doing a poll.
Where's your Patreon notifications?
I don't get them.
Oh my goodness, you got to take that.
Why
up
would I
with-
get notifications for Patreon
take
when I
that
don't
up with
contribute to
Patreon,
our
man.
Patreon?
You don't?
No.
You're not at the best value $5 tier?
No, because I do all this stuff. Why would I want to watch it?
That's a decent point right there to make. Yeah, so that's going to be happening Thursday. So we're going to be doing this on Twitch. We're going to try to do a double stream. I don't know if that's
We
even
can
going to
barely do
work.
single streams, man.
So anyways, if you want to head over to twitch.tv/Steven Larson.
Yeah, we have a channel there. People are still subscribing to it, even though we've done
I updated all our
for a year.
I updated all our image stuff, like
good.
our because it was all like the old stuff. It was
Yeah.
like a GTA drawing I did of our old GTA Online characters. Screw that game now. But I've updated to like going in raw, the avatar, a picture of us like at the desk, like actually gaming, and then like something else. Oh,
Good.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna do it on Twitch and YouTube. We're not promising any competence when it comes to the stream. I'm gonna do like a test stream in advance. Hopefully, it'll be good. It'll probably be technologically speaking crap because that's kind of what we do. It's just us two. And when I'm the guy who's running the tech stuff, you know it's not good.
That should just be our aesthetic, though, is like lo-fi gameplay.
You know, that's good.
Everybody wants 1080p, 60 frames.
No, 640.
480.
Yeah, 480. Like Real Player.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody remember Real Player?
And we'll put like buffering sequences in.
Yeah, we'll add them.
Yes.
Exactly. That's great. We're also at prowrestlingtees.com/going in raw. I got this one from Pro Wrestling Tees, but this is New Japan.
We have 10 designs still. You need to send me one of those pictures.
Oh, man, I know. Talk about broken promises. Didn't do that. I'm going to read the Patreon pledges before questions this time.
Okay.
So that we can
Good idea.
hop right
we've already
into...
spent about 15 minutes just talking about anything other than wrestling.
No, that's good. No, are you kidding? Gaming in Raw live?
No,
are you kidding me?
All important stuff.
That's massive.
People
that's huge.
listen to this show to hear us talk about Raw, which we should do now. So Raw!
Raw cap.
Overall, that's a throwback. Overall.
Somebody brought that up. What did we do? What was that for? Was that Tree of Woe?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It was.
Okay, all right. But with Tree of Woe, we had the actual stinger.
Yeah, I ran.
Was early going in Raw when I would go, psh?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And then we changed
it. As a throwback to Tree of Woe.
Yeah, and then we changed it for some reason.
Well, because
Raw.
Well, we don't have the soundboard anymore.
Yeah, but we had me going, psh. Why did we change it from me going, psh?
Because it's not as good as the real thing.
That's true. All right. Anyways, all right. So here's my Raw viewing scenario, and then I'll give you my, in a nutshell,
It was decent Raw.
view of Raw. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was decent.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a bit better than decent. Decent's like a 5.
Well, decent's like anywhere between a 5 and a 7.
Yeah, 5 and 6.5. And once you hit 7, you're good, man. I thought it was like a solid 7. That was good. Anyways, no. So I got the PlayStation View service because I found out they have like a DVR thing on there, and so I used that last night for Raw for the first time. So I now I get the West Coast feed, but it didn't matter because I didn't watch it until like midnight. But it was cool because you could fast through all the commercials, you can fast forward through all that crap, you get the entire Raw. Yeah, it's only like $30 a month. This is not an ad or anything. I'm just saying it's really good because they also have Pop, so I can watch my Impact.
Yeah.
So bang, right off.
Yeah.
Amazing. YouTube.com/MF Steve here if you want Impact reviews from just me. It's so weird doing that with somebody next to me.
I don't have like Thursday nights. I can't do it because I'm doing Dirt Sheet.
Yeah,
I can't watch Impact.
No, you're not really missing much. Although there is something to be said for paying your audience to perform as if they're excited.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know that, it makes for a very pleasant experience because they filmed in Mumbai for the last episode. And so, it's a bunch of Indian people in the crowd, very excited, booing when they're supposed to be booing, cheering when they're supposed to be cheering. Man, WWE needs to learn from that. They should pipe in some like fake audio or something. Anyways, so I thought it was a good show. I watched it late last night. No kids bugging me. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Roman Reigns comes out. Let's talk about this, man. This is like the most. Was this a heel turn? He's
been doing this stuff for a little while. It's I don't know. He just kind of walks in with like this sense of entitlement.
This was a bit different though. There was a weird thing going on here. Okay, let me ask you this.
Well, there's arrogance.
Yeah.
There's sense of entitlement.
This was like gleeful arrogance.
Yeah. And we've seen bits of that in the past from Reigns.
So like he's just millennial now. Continue.
But it seemed to me this week was the most fully formed version of this Roman Reigns.
It feels almost like he's been waiting to do this.
Well, it just feels
since
like
Mania.
This is what it feels like. It feels like they're all in on Reigns trolling the crowd.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because he comes out and
he
says,
seems happy about that.
Yeah, he comes out and says, no one can beat me one-on-one. And so he lists off everybody that he's beaten pretty much this year.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned that he retired The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Of course, that got the crowd chanting for The Undertaker.
Yeah, he said, but, when he talks about when he was running down everybody that he beat, he says, ask my little brother Seth Rollins. And he said it in such a
condescending manner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like the last time we saw that was the post-Raw Mania.
Yeah.
That's like when he said, this is my yard now, and he almost said it laughingly.
Yeah.
And we haven't really seen that from him. I mean, little shades here and there, perhaps.
Yeah.
But it feels like finally, after they've given him this, fairly amazing string of singles clean wins over big opponents, he can finally come out and say, nobody can beat me.
Yeah, one-on-one, in some scenarios, 2-on-1, no one can beat Roman Reigns.
I like that. I like what I saw last night. It was as if it feels, to be honest, it feels like direction.
Yeah, it
and
does.
You can hate the fact that he's being shoved down our throats, but there was some intriguing stuff that leads me to believe that we might see a change in the Universal title at Great Balls of Fire.
Could be.
That might actually happen.
And so he comes out and says, this is my yard. I make the rules. I'm the new number one contender for at SummerSlam for
he's the
wins
booking
the belt
committee
at Great Balls of Fire.
Right.
Of course, the crowd doesn't like this.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
Well, part of the crowd doesn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some very amused faces.
Yeah, he still gets a really polarizing response.
Yeah, but this made it even a bit more jumbled.
Yes.
Because it's not just like, oh, they're shoving him down our throats. We want to heel. Wait, he's kind of heel? Oh, whoa. This could be interesting. Like, people are going to react when it's kind of interesting. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of new. Like, can I boo him now that he's doing something that I've been wanting for so long, even though I'm so used to booing him? It's very confusing.
Yeah.
But I was entertained. I don't care. Anyways, he very condescendingly refers to Samoa Joe as just Joe, as like the guy they call Joe, which brings out Samoa Joe, who, says, I can't help but notice there's one name you left off that list of people you beat, and that's me.
Yes.
Because you've never beaten me.
Yes.
And so that leads to, Roman says, to me, you're not Samoa Joe, you're just Joe. And then just Joe responds with just a headbutt. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. They start fighting. First in the ring, outside, get back in the ring. Joe goes for a coquina clutch. Roman blocks it, hits Joe with a Superman punch. Joe rolls out of the ring, I believe.
Right.
And it was announced later on the show that our main event, no, sorry, not the main event, match happening later in the night would be Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
Right. So that was interesting. That was cool. It was I thought it was a really strong first segment, man.
Yeah.
You have Samoa Joe in there standing toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns, saying you haven't beaten me. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, Joe's great.
Joe is great. I'll agree with you. Joe is great. Let's see here. Then we had the Hardys versus the Club.
What are they doing with the Club?
They're jobbing him out, man.
Yep.
They are jobbing him out. I don't know, man. I mean, they booked the Hardys super strong.
I know, but when's the last time the Club won a match of any significance?
You obviously don't watch Main Event.
I don't.
I don't even know if they win there, to be honest with you, because I don't watch that. I don't know, man. I mean, it's like this is just one of those things that you go along with it. Carl Anderson, Club, Jobber Club. I got a paycheck to lay down for Matt Hardy.
Yeah, the Hardys went over.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious.
The Club hit Matt Hardy with a boot of doom. Mm-hmm. Matt Hardy kicked out.
Yeah.
Matt hits Gallows with a twist of fate. Jeff Hardy does a swanton bomb, gets the pin.
Yeah. Good teamwork from the Hardys.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad match.
No, it was what it was.
Match.
Just what you're going to get. Like when you know from the outset what you're going to get. And because they cut at one point to Cesaro and Sheamus watching backstage. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, they still have their eyes on the Hardys. I don't know why they beat them twice. They beat them in a steel cage and they beat them before that, didn't they? To win the titles, yeah.
No, they won the titles at the steel cage. during
Oh,
the
is that
steel
when they
cage
went?
match,
Yeah, but then
and
they had a rematch.
They did. They had the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, yeah,
which
that's right.
ended in double count out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's kind
a
of
tie.
So it's not real. Okay.
No.
So they still have their eyes on the Hardys.
We'll have a match, or they'll have a match at Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah.
Probably the blow off.
At the end, Matt did a little of the broken stuff. He started doing the delete.
Yeah, he did a lot of it.
And he did. Yeah, he did. And he did broken face. So we'll see. We'll see how that gets resolved. I wonder if they're stalling pending that, or if this is just the natural flow of what they think it should be. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Can't really tell. Let's see here. Then we had a Goldust promo. You know what? I don't know if it was because I like my new Raw watching experience at 12 o'clock at night, at midnight, or 11:30 or whatever. This allowed me to get into Goldust promo. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was just an effective promo. I thought this promo was actually pretty decent.
Oh, it's great.
I don't know. Was it any different than what he's been doing before? Like superficially, obviously not. But
Well, I think
there was something about his performance this time that I thought was extra special.
Well,
I don't know why.
Also this promo benefited from some specifics because they're having Goldust invited R-Truth to, I believe, meet him in the ring next week on Raw.
He's gonna have a viewing of his latest movie.
Yes.
The Shattered Truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since the Raw next week's in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually get some interaction.
This was like a 2 to 3 minute promo, and Goldust never once came off like he was reading lines or trying to remember what he had written, because I guarantee he wrote this for himself.
Yes.
Like, Goldust is a phenomenal promo guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he's doing these, this was a lot to like.
He's good. He's always been good.
Yeah, he's always been really good. Man, good for him. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Elias Sampson.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
He had a question for the people of, where are they? Evansville,
Indiana.
Evansville, Indiana. A friendo took the liberty to write all this down.
Oh, cool.
Dylan at Can't Be Censored on the Twitter. And so he wrote down the promo. Well, let me get my light up here. I was sad. Here's my thing, though. I'm sad. I thought that he was going to have an actual, because he sent this before I actually saw it.
Yeah.
But instead, it was just Elias Sampson, and he talks about, he remembers when he was 15 and his father gave him a guitar and said, "You can take this thing and tell the stories of the world, and you can go wherever you want." But Elias didn't realize that I drift into this godforsaken town of Evansville. And then he proceeded to tune his guitar.
Yeah.
And he needed it to be complete. He's so trying not to laugh.
I know.
He is so in on this, and it's great. And the joy of this is you can tell they were backstage coming up with this, and they were all giggling.
I know.
Because it's so good.
What I found funny, him tuning his guitar is just detuning his low E string and then tuning it back up. Yeah. At no point did he try to tune it with any other strings on his guitar.
Right, yeah. Oh, it was great.
He'd drop it down to C.
Yeah.
And then tune it back up to around maybe E.
Yeah.
And just did that a couple times until he was interrupted by Finn Balor.
Yeah. So Finn Balor gets in there, and they just sort of have a little stare off, and then Elias Sampson chooses to pick his battle, I guess.
Yeah.
To pick his shots, and leaves, and then Balor has a match with Bo Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because, man, I don't know. I like, there's a part of me that's like, ooh, this could be really, really cool if they keep Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel with Miz, and
which
then
we saw later, yeah,
and then have Miz feud with Bray,
yeah,
and get Bo to turn on Miz. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I don't see it happening, but
it'd be fantastic.
It'd be fantastic. It could happen.
Bo Dallas looks great with that beard.
5% chance of that happening.
Yeah.
He looks great. His new ring gear, it's the singlet, but it's black. So it kind of hides his curves, I guess, which you don't really want to see. It's better than that diaper. And he's got he's got mean, almost Wyatt face going.
Yeah, he attacked Finn.
Some of his,
the
now that he's got
started.
that beard, some of his facial expressions are so brave.
I know.
Like, you can tell the rotunda genes are strong.
Yeah. Bo attacks Finn before the match even starts. Once the bell rings, Bo hits a Rainmaker.
I like that your note here says, "Great bread on Bo."
I know. I noticed that right here, too.
Kojima.
So Bo had the upper hand for the first half of the match.
Right.
Pretty decisively.
Yeah.
Finn mounted a comeback.
Yeah.
hit sling blade, drop kick into the corner, coup de grace, picks up the win.
It's good.
They cut to the commentary booth.
Yeah.
And then Corey Graves hears something.
Somebody was getting in his ear.
Yeah, gets up and leaves. So go to commercial, come back. Backstage, Kurt Angle's on his phone. Corey Graves comes in and says something about his, how was your Father's Day or something like that. And then Corey says, I got the same text you did.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oof.
what's that about? I don't know.
I don't know.
In walks Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
And Kurt Angle says, okay, we're going to get to the bottom.
Tonight.
Tonight. Kurt Angle is going to crack the case.
That was great.
That's how they kept promoting it. Yeah.
When they had the graphic up, Kurt Angle cracks the case.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of him from like 15 years ago.
I know.
It's like a super old picture of it. It did not look like current day Kurt Angle. It was like his neck is like super thick these days. Like I feel like his head is like, if we see a Kurt Angle match, like, hopefully we will. Like I get the feeling like looking at his neck, his face is going to be purple like Brock Lesnar.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get that feeling.
Looks like we should mention during this segment, Enzo was insistent that the Revival were responsible for the attacks.
Yeah.
Whereas Cass kept on saying, well.
Somebody in the crowd said that later on, too. It was great.
Yeah, I heard that, too. After that, Seth Rollins came out. Delivered actually a pretty good promo about being on the cover of WWE 2K18.
It was heartfelt.
Yeah.
It was very from the heart.
You could tell it was very heartfelt, passionate.
Yeah.
He was into it.
And then Bray Wyatt showed up on the Titantron and said, hey, man, I want to be on that 2K18 cover, man. But Kurt Angle said, geez, I don't know, Bray, your win-loss record is a pile of garbage. So you're not going to be on the cover.
Yeah.
Man, I said goo goo gaga. Yeah, I want a House of Horrors match in 2K. That'd be rad.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because look, you can go backstage. Why can't you go to the little
create your own House of Horrors?
Yeah, there you go.
Customize the whole thing.
Yeah, like a
whole house full of refrigerators,
baby dolls, and refrigerators everywhere. That'd be great. I love that.
So yeah,
the house can go red.
Bray talks in the Titantron for a while and says, "Okay, well, I'm going to come out to the ring now."
Yeah, man.
He comes out to the ring and then
I'm here.
Seth meets him by jumping off the top rope.
And they slam faces and they both end up bloody. Oh, God, I saw the...
Oh, yeah, Seth had to get 3 stitches.
The cut on his cheek, but then I was looking at Bray's mouth. I'd much rather have, take that shot on the cheek than the mouth, because, that's probably going to bug him for the next couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to eat this burger, man. I got this giant... it looks like maybe his tooth, hit his lip or something, I hate... That's the word, because he's always, sitting there oh, man... Can't eat these fries because they got so much salt on them and it gets in the wound, man.
Oh, that's awful.
That's the worst, right?
That or anything acidic.
Oh.
Like if he's trying to eat
an orange?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Man, I can't get my citrus. I'm going to get scurvy, baby Orton. Goo goo gaga. What are the symptoms of scurvy? Do we know? It's like fatigue.
Yeah. Don't your teeth fall out?
Something weird like that. Got to eat your vitamin C, kids. Anyways, so then this was another one of those moments, though. Somebody put together, I think the Solid Monster had something like this, where one of his people put this together, where it's a montage. I think Brian Zane called this out too. It's like a montage of every time Bray says something cryptic, like he's going to do something, and then they smash cut to him being pinned, and it's cartoonishly bad.
Yeah.
He's talking about how he's going to eject 30 men from the Rumble, and then it shows him get into the thing and immediately get kicked out by Kane. They carry his dead body out. This was kind of like that. I'm here. And then he just gets murdered.
Yeah. That's Bray's career, man.
Oh, man. I'm the best character in the WWE. They don't know what to do with me, man. They just job me out, but I can talk real good. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
After that Finn Balor interview, during which the Drifter attacks. So apparently we're getting a Finn Balor Drifter program, at least for Great Balls of Fire.
Do you know how excited I am about that? That's amazing.
You're very excited.
That's fantastic.
2 of your favorites.
I know. This is super fat folder for me, dude. And even better, we got to see Devon
Dudley.
Yeah. The crowd popped so hard when he showed up on the Titantron. Everybody said, Devon, get the tables. Oh, man. I do have kind of a bone to pick with that crowd, though. When Elias Sampson was out there and they start wutting him, no. You don't what Elias Sampson. If the segment is truly boring, then it's fine. You can what them. And then they wutted something else. I forget what, but we'll get to it in a sec. It was just irritating. I don't the what chant number one. Like if you want to express your displeasure, that's fine. During one of those in your like it's your life segments, something like that. That's fine if you want to what. But Elias Sampson's out there giving you pure gold, and you're gonna do the what thing to him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get out of here, crowd! Killing me. Anyways, next up,
Akira Tozawa versus TJP.
Yeah, it was a fun match.
This was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Titus O'Neil comes out.
Titus O'Neil made it great.
Yeah,
Neville,
dropped a promo.
Neville came out on commentary.
Yeah, Neville.
Yeah, it's funny, dude, because Titus O'Neil was actually acting like a really good agent at this point.
Yeah.
He's acting like a really good promoter.
Both before and after the match.
He's not like, he's not like crappy at, because like that was kind of the gag is like, oh, Titus brand, and he's crappy at it. But like he's doing a really good job recruiting Akira Tozawa.
And the fact
he said the power of Tozawa, that was great.
The way they're incorporating Neville, Titus brand, 205 Live Raw into the storyline is really well done.
It's really well done.
I love Neville coming out, saying a couple things to the commentary team, and then kind of slouching in a chair at the top of the ramp.
Yeah,
that was great.
Relax, Michael Cole. I'm not here to talk to you.
Oh, it was so good. Tozawa picked up the win with the top rope senton. A really fun match.
Man, he needs to get a different. I like that snap suplex.
Oh,
better.
I do too. He's not doing it at all anymore.
One thing about the senton, it looks like it will F you up, man.
It could.
That's gonna mess his back up. I'm sorry. I don't care how young, limber, whatever you are, resilient you are. You can't take too many of those. Because all you're doing is launching yourself off, and he's got hops.
Mm-hmm.
So you're launching yourself off the top turnbuckle, and then just blasting your lower back right there. That's all you're doing.
And also, if one's aim isn't true, there's a good chance if you land too much of your body weight on your opponent, you could break a rib.
Oh, yeah.
Your opponent's rib or your own.
That's rough.
So, yeah, there's little room for error with that move.
Yeah. Anyways,
but
it looks amazing.
It looks
fantastic. Yeah, good for him.
After the match, Titus O'Neil drops a promo. Neville drops a
promo.
promo.
Was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Titus O'Neil is the man. We've been saying that for years.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And then, Neville drops his promo. Then we got R-Truth's retort. I actually, for whatever reason, did not see this. I might have left to grab some yogurt-covered nuts.
Oh, okay.
I went to go find my nutsack, Larson, and it was in the kitchen.
I didn't bring my nutsack today.
That's a bummer. I like when you sit there and you love your nuts.
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. He was telling Goldust that he will be there in Los Angeles next week on Raw.
Right on. No, that's right. They're in L.A.
Yep.
That's cool. So Shattered, is this going to be an actual movie or is this going to be a match?
I mean...
Is it going to be a movie that turns into a scrum? And then the match is going to be at Great Balls?
Yeah.
It better be a pay-per-view, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do this. They're going to do it big.
Yep.
Main event of Great Balls of Fire.
Yes.
Let's see here. Then we had Bo Dallas with Curtis Axel hanging out backstage.
Curtis was, telling Bo that, what are you saying? He had to lose the Bo Leave stuff, or did he have to Bo Leave more?
Oh, that I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah. He was talking to him like, trying to help him get over the loss.
Sure, yeah.
And then The Miz comes in, and he was saying, well, look at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're a couple of losers.
Yeah.
Remember, you were action stars in the Marine 5
Yeah.
when you're in that movie with me.
Yeah.
Join my entourage and be action stars again.
He realizes he needs to beef up his security if he's going to
contend with Dean Ambrose.
If he's going to make it in WGPW, man. We didn't get an answer from them.
No.
Weren't
we got
exactly
an
sure.
Answer later on.
Yes, we did, but we'll get to that later on. Next up, we actually had Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
It was preceded by another awesome Samoa Joe interview.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, you never go wrong with that. I thought it was a fun match.
It was a really fun match.
Yeah, it was a really good match. I like this.
They went back and forth for a while until Reigns hits a spear, pins Joe. Joe puts his foot on the ropes.
Like not to, beat the metaphor into the ground, but it felt like kind of like two dogs feeling each other out before they go at it, Dogfighting's terrible. I'm not making that analogy, but I'm saying it was like, two guys fighting over their yard.
Yeah.
That's how it came off. Neither guy wanted to give any quarter to the other.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And on the Titantron, we see an ambulance backing into the arena.
Yeah. This is like, I don't know, what is this, 7 minutes in the match? Something like that?
Longer than that, I think.
You think so? Okay.
Doors open, and this brawn is spectacular.
The lack of actual logic here is amazing, and none of it matters because
the presentation was so outstanding.
The presentation,
the shot was perfect. It was symmetrical. He was right in the middle
dramatic.
of the frame. The doors swing open. He gets out, puts his arms up, yells, "Braun!" It was fantastic.
It was so good, man. That allowed that distraction because Roman Reigns looked terrified.
Yeah, he did.
He actually looked terrified.
Because earlier in the night, he was talking about, during his promo to open the show, how he put Braun out of action.
Exactly. He was, and that was like his most gleeful
yeah,
moment.
He was bragging about it.
I
he
even
didn't
put
mention
Braun Strowman out
he
of
got
action.
destroyed in the match that preceded that.
Right, exactly. And Corey Graves made a point to say he was supposed to be out 6 months. And so Braun gets out of the ambulance, starts trucking, and Roman Reigns looking freaked out.
Yep.
Vulnerable for a moment. That was all it took for Samoa Joe to come up behind, pop on the coquina clutch, and Roman Reigns passed out.
Yep.
That was fantastic.
It was great.
How long did somebody ask us on Twitter, and I know it's been for a little while now, but do we know if there's like an actual reason why they don't do the three arm thing? It's been a little while
to make it seem more realistic. More like
MMA. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I figured too.
In UFC, they don't do that.
I don't know. Like
once the ref knows something, is
yeah,
out,
no,
because if you give him
it's very
3 seconds,
dangerous.
yes,
very dangerous.
Things could go bad real quick.
Nobody's ever gonna come back from that.
No,
unless you're Hulk Hogan.
So Roman loses. Braun comes down the ring, grabs the mic, and says, "In case you forgot, Roman, I'm not finished with you yet."
So good. It was so good.
Beats him up.
Yeah.
And then challenges him to an ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire.
He doesn't really challenge him. He just tells him that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's Braun. He ain't waiting for an answer.
So I'm assuming
that's happening.
If Reigns, this is what I'm guessing, Reigns, opens the show saying he's #1 contender for the Universal title.
Right.
They maybe make that a stipulation for the ambulance match. Whoever wins is the next #1 contender.
Right.
That way it motivates Braun and Lesnar at SummerSlam, if that's still the plan.
Okay, so
Lesnar still is champion.
Yeah. Oh, so you're thinking that's going to be for the?
Well, that's what we've been hearing.
For the title, though,
that
you don't
Lesnar
think that could be
was hold the
title-less?
title for the entire year to WrestleMania 34. That's what we've been hearing.
Yeah,
I would like to see something different.
That was early on.
I would like to see Joe beat Lesnar. Have Braun. I mean,
okay, yeah, well,
it would make the most sense.
The
most sense for the main event, at least in my mind, for Great Balls of Fire between Lesnar and Joe. Good match, a lot of back and forth. Braun interferes, helps Joe pick up the win. Therefore, that motivates Braun and Lesnar at SummerSlam, if that's what they want to do without a title.
Okay, wait, back up. I'm sorry, I was so not paying attention.
Here.
Great Balls of Fire. We have Braun Roman. How does that end up?
Roman will have, if Roman's going to be #1 contender, Roman wins.
Roman wins. Okay.
Braun gets mad, beats up Reigns, interferes in the main event, costs Lesnar the title. Therefore, we still get Braun Lesnar at SummerSlam. Then we get Reigns Joe at SummerSlam for the title.
Yeah, that's how I think. That's how I think it's going to go.
Yeah.
So what were you talking about in terms of like Lesnar? How could that scenario play out if Lesnar keeps the belt?
Oh, it'd have to play out. Well, Braun would have to beat Reigns at Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
And then Lesnar would just retain, and Braun could say, "Well, I beat Reigns. This is my yard now. I want to be the #1 contender for the Universal Championship."
Do you think that they would like? Is that a likely scenario? Them, because I don't think it is them burying Roman in that manner for SummerSlam. Because that's kind of a barrier. It's like, okay, you're on this hot streak. Now he's going to lose to Braun Strowman.
Well, he's already lost to Braun. He's lost him at Payback.
I know, but it's Roman Reigns.
I understand.
They're going to have him take that detour.
Yeah,
that's a way too big of a detour. I can almost guarantee you, Joe's winning that title.
I would love for that to happen.
I know.
I'm skeptical, but I'd love for that to happen.
I'm skeptical too because it's Brock Lesnar, but it makes sense in terms of everybody's protected the way they need to be protected.
Oh, I know, and they can find a scenario by which Lesnar loses the belt without getting cleanly pinned.
Absolutely.
Or passing out cleanly.
The X factor is, do they feel like the Universal title needs to stay on Lesnar to sell more tickets to SummerSlam? If they want to make SummerSlam as big as they say, or as big as we've heard they want it to be, do they feel, because, we saw what happened with Goldberg in the Universal title. They fought over the Universal title at WrestleMania. Do they think the Universal title is the draw on Lesnar, is that like a super multiplier in terms of being a draw?
I don't necessarily think
I don't believe it is, and you don't believe it is, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
I think
as
Lesnar
us.
himself is a draw.
Yeah, I know.
With
me
or
too.
without a title.
Lesnar versus Braun, two giant monsters, is a draw without.
Or Lesnar, Reigns, or whatever they want the match to be.
Yeah, I don't think Lesnar Reigns can't. That's the thing. Lesnar Reigns can't happen at SummerSlam, but that's going to happen at WrestleMania.
So. Oh yeah. No, I know.
That was another great line I love from Roman, though. I main evented my third WrestleMania.
Yeah, he was trolling everybody, man.
I main evented my third WrestleMania. That was great. Third.
Good match.
WrestleMania.
Fun match. Great to see Braun back.
Oh, yeah. He's something else, man. He adds so much to it.
Oh, yeah.
To the proceedings.
Next, Miz TV with special guest Maurice. Miz and Maurice have been having some issues.
He needs to do this shit in private. This is what, 3 weeks in a row that we get this crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting kind of, look, man. I love Miz and I love Maurice, and like I can watch them interact with each other all day long and be charmed.
They're so perfect together.
Yeah, they really are.
As a pairing on TV, they play off each other so well. I don't want, unless maybe Maurice is just tired of traveling. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they want to separate them so she doesn't have to be on the road all the time. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know.
But just for storyline, to have them kind of have issues is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, my thing is mainly this, like, how many times can we see Dean Ambrose like wreck their relationship? That I mean, just that general premise. We've seen it. This is the third time we've seen it. So they need to move on with whatever the next stage of this is, because it's just old hat now. These damn Bears. So yeah, like what is it, Miz Maurice? So he's doing a good job. He's talking about how he fixed up the grandfather clock
Himself.
He did it himself with tape, glue, and some other stuff.
Some YouTube videos.
And he brought out two dancing bears this time.
Yeah, with signs saying I'm sorry, and I forgot what the other one said. He got her favorite champagne.
Yeah.
So she had a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Dean comes out to the ring, storms up towards The Miz. The Miz, as he has done before, takes Maurice and puts Maurice in front of him.
Right.
So his opponent won't attack him. In doing so, Maurice spills her champagne all over herself.
Yeah, that was the wrong time to do that.
Yeah. So she gets mad, leaves. The Miz charges towards Ambrose. Dean moves, and the Miz knocks into the grandfather clock he just fixed.
Yeah, so that gets broken again.
Yes. And then the Bears
attack Dean.
Yes, and we find out that the Bears are Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Yeah, new Wyatt family.
Well, they're an entourage. They're Mrs. Entourage.
Right, they're a new Wyatt family.
Okay.
They're gonna be. So yeah, I don't know. I hope this is the last time we get to see Dean. Like, it's gonna be interesting what happens. I guess the thing is Miz is gonna be without
Maurice.
His sort of his helper, whatever you want to call her. His advantage. But yeah, I just kind of I want to move on from the Bears stuff.
Yeah.
Move on from the grandfather clock, the Bears. Dean Ambrose is coming out and being kind of a troll. I'm over it.
Yes.
Let's see here. Next we had Titus Brand, Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews versus Sheamus and Cesaro.
Do.
Sheamus and Cesaro got the win.
Yeah, but I thought Titus Brand had a really strong showing.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine.
I mean, Cesaro had to cheat, so he and Sheamus could win.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's weird. Titus and Apollo, they're like faces now, I guess.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's great.
That. Yeah, that's rad. Okay, so then we had Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe video package. I don't really care about that. Then we had Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. There was like 5 minutes left until the hour on this one.
Yeah, it started pretty late. Alexa Bliss came out on commentary pretty quickly into the match. Emma comes out and confronts Alexa about leaving
her high and dry
last week.
Yeah.
And then Emma chases Alexa to the ring. Apparently, in the span of like 30 seconds, Emma and Alexa patch things up enough to concentrate on beating up Sasha Banks a little bit.
Yeah.
Mickey James and Dana Brooke come out to make the save. Bunch of fighting. Nia Jax, I think, laid out pretty much everybody.
Yeah, well, they were kind of teaming. They had, then you're right.
And
then
Bayley
comes down
and starts beating people up.
Yeah, that was refreshing to see.
Yes.
She came out
with intensity.
She started beating people up. There was something that she did that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Was it the running knee?
Yeah, it was the running knee. I was like, oh, okay. That's intense. That's good. That's like borderline. That's kind of strong stylish right there. That's what we want to see from Bayley.
Yes, I like that too.
You know, like there should be that juxtaposition of the person who can be a badass in the ring and, you know, her persona, which is, wants to hug everybody. But then when she's in the ring, look, you're my opponent. You know, that's what the juxtaposition should be.
Yes.
Anyways. So then.
And then after that, Kurt Angle cracks the case. So he brings out Enzo and Cass. He brings out all He brings out all the suspects.
Yeah.
The Revival.
Yeah.
Well.
Well.
First, Big Show says, Kurt, you've known me for years. If I'm going to attack somebody, I'm going to do it, to their face. I'm going to punch them in their jaw.
Yeah.
And he is offended by Kurt's line of questioning that he would question.
Yeah, he seemed kind of motivated. Like his raging on Kurt Angle for all this felt motivated. It felt good.
It did. It was good. And he said, essentially, if this is the way you're going to talk to me, maybe I don't want to be on your show anymore.
Right, exactly.
And he leaves.
Yeah, he bolts.
And then he goes to the Revival, and it was great because Scott Dawson said, "This time it wasn't us." Essentially,
I loved it. I know.
It was so good.
That was fantastic.
It wasn't us this time.
That was good.
Those guys are great.
They are great, man.
And then Corey Graves stands up from commentary and says he has some security camera footage of what happened to Cass last week.
Corey Graves has the smoking gun, people.
Yep. So we see this footage, which is Cass is kind of strategically, kind of gently, gingerly putting stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
Kicking a box and laying down.
It's very silly.
Yeah.
So he faked getting hit or attacked. Yeah. And so Corey Graves, who Corey Graves did a fantastic job narrating through the entire thing too.
Yeah.
Which is no easy task because
No.
there's a lot of milling about by Cass in the video. And then Cass, sure enough, you're damn right I did. And he just starts griping about Enzo the way everybody who isn't an Enzo fan gripes about Enzo.
I think once we thought Cass was a suspect, that's exactly what we thought his motivation was.
Yeah, pretty much.
He talks too much, and all he does is get beat up.
Yeah, Enzo Enzo does not make a good case for himself in general. So yeah, I mean, there
wasn't a whole lot of drama to it.
I'm glad we got the resolution.
Yes.
Now, and it didn't carry on for another 3
Yes.
months, which was always the threat. And I thought the fact that this happened now last night is what put Raw over the top in terms of being okay. This was a solid show.
You know what?
They gave us this.
You know what I kind of wish had happened is they kind of switched things around during Cass's promo, like Corey Graves shows the footage. Enzo turns around to look at Cass, and the Cass gives him the boot right then and there.
Oh, yeah.
And then so Enzo's on the ground, and that's when Cass starts explaining why.
There's one huge problem with that.
What?
We would not have seen Enzo cry.
He could still do that, sell the boot, and still kind of get teary-eyed.
Man, if he gets a boot, he needs to be at that boot. He has to be down for like 5 minutes.
But imagine if he's there selling.
And then it kind of feels like he's just crying because he got hit with a boot.
No,
in the
I
face.
think it'd be crystal clear why he's crying.
No, man,
I think it would have been more dramatic.
I was fine with like him complete. Like that was sort of the point of. I mean, what you're saying would be effective and it'd be intense, but I thought him. The whole point was, I want you to be within your full faculties when I'm telling you how crap you are. That was his thing. I want you to know, because he said that. He says, I want you to know how stupid you are.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
And for Enzo to be sitting there taking it all in and start to legit cry, I thought that was worth more than any boot that he could have given to the face. And then we still got the boot at the end. It was, I liked it a lot. Enzo cry. It was soul crushing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible, but it was great. I thought it was fantastic. I mean, there's some amount of like, could this have been a bigger build? Could there have been something bigger? But I'm glad. Like, I'll always take just declare and move on.
What? I thought about this last night. How they could have, built it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this isn't intentional, but if you look back, there's been times when Enzo's. Maybe even a year ago, where Enzo's done a promo. You look at Cass; he's kind of
yeah
over it.
Yeah.
There's been times where they take a loss, and Cass has been kind of over it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is something that's been planned for a while.
Yeah, we have a question about that.
It would totally explain why they never won the tag team championship.
Patreon,
Why they really haven't won a whole lot.
Yeah.
since being on the main roster.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something this has been planned for a while, and they just kind of did a really slow, subtle burn.
Well, like I'm telling you, we have that as a question, so
okay,
just
sorry,
hold
I
off
just
on
want to
it.
get my thought out, man. Let's get to it. Question time.
Hold on a second. I got to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this first. So, because I like to get straight to like the recap if we can.
Which we really didn't do today.
Which, yeah, I know, but so now I'm going to read the Patreon, our new patrons.
Yes.
For the last week. Want to say thanks to everybody. We got a bunch during our live stream. Thanks to everybody who showed up during the live stream.
Yes.
To watch. And before we get to questions, which from $1 and up on the Patreon, if you want to get your question read, we get a lot of questions every week. But if you want to have the chance of getting your question read, we take most of our questions for our recap shows from the Patreon. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of these names off. I can never remember where I was. I'll go from here. Let's see. Joe Renzi. These are all people who put in the Patreon.
Yes.
Joe Renzi, Charlie, Nathan Ahrens, Wesley Freeman, Frank, Ernie Crazieses Acosta. I'm so sorry I messed up your name. I don't think that's a real middle name, though. Derek Z. Shaneyfelt, Axel Revolver, another Charlie, Kenny Omega's hairstylist, Bobby Joe Simmons, Super Cool Joe, Joshua Kavanaugh, Hey Flakes Mark Cardiff, Meandering Orange, Chris De La Fuente, like that one, Dan Jammin, Abdullah Habib, Robert. Wait, I remember this one. Robert, and oh, that's why, because we did this during the stream. We did these guys during the stream. Okay, that's why I remember that. Let's see here. Yeah, I remember that. We read off some patrons in the stream. Alex Clements, Jordan Andow, remember him. Super Chat champion Julian Morris, Bartomas, Eduardo Preciado, Karan Tohan, Horace, Leviathan Bunny, Discord Club Lunatic Jobber Cliffardo, Patrick Oliva, Jason McGaughy, Julian Mariani, and Scott Beach. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much
for putting in on the Patreon.
Yes,
now we're going to
very much.
go to the Patreon to answer some of your questions. Here we go. I thought I kept up the questions.
You didn't. Discord Club leader Adam Fella. How does Enzo and Cass breaking up measure up to past tag team breakups? I mean, the breakup of the Rockers is kind of tops.
Yeah. Why have I been signed out of the Patreon?
That's weird.
That is weird.
Strange. Very strange.
It's very strange.
I mean,
what's the question again? Sorry.
How does Enzo and Cass breaking up measure to past tag team breakups? I thought the Festival of Friendship was better. Granted, not exactly a tag team full time, but
no, it was better though.
A pairing.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was. I'll put it this way. I think it was better than the first DX breakup when Triple H sort of went rogue, and I think he just turned on X-Pac.
Okay.
But it's not as good as when Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels when they
HBK came back.
Yeah, exactly. That was fantastic. Because they went all in on DX for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he gave him a pedigree.
Yep.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was good stuff.
Wasn't as good as the Rockers.
No.
Because dude got put through a plane of glass. Although on the other hand, calling a guy stupid that's pretty hardcore.
It was pretty cool when Cass said, "I'm where the money's at."
Yeah, that was cool too. I could have been champion this whole time. So I don't know what's worse, calling somebody stupid or putting them through a window.
Well, I mean, putting them through a window, there's a possibility that someone gets severely injured.
Yeah, that's true. But
I think that's worse.
Being called stupid hurts right here.
I know.
If I'm like, Larson, you're really smart, but I put your head through a window versus you're an idiot.
Well, putting my head through a window could potentially kill me.
Nah, not really. Not gigged glass.
Well, no, maybe not
breakaway glass. No way, man.
But still, the illusion is there that it could cause some sort of significant injury.
What's the password to our Patreon?
Pizza Overlord Enos Butts the Fourth. So we had the reveal with Enzo and Cass. How would you guys have booked it to make it better and more impactful? I already kind of answered that.
Yeah, there you go.
I was fine with how it was. I thought it would have been interesting if Cass took that opportunity after it was shown that he was the attacker.
Right.
At that moment, finally attack Enzo to his face. Give him a big boot to his face.
Yeah.
And then while Enzo's kind of coming to, he could start out with the promo, how it was, and then when he gets to the "you're stupid" stuff, that's when Enzo's kind of coming to. So you can still have him sell the injury while crying on the ground, so on and so forth. Just different staging. Same stuff, though.
Yeah.
Different order of events. Connor W. Hey, friendos. First-time patron here. Thank you very much. How do you see Cass's career going into the future? What do you think his potential is? Connor sees him as a dominant, trash-talking intercontinental champ. I believe that WWE sees a lot of potential in Cass.
I see
potential in him.
I see a ton of potential. I really do.
I just wonder, because typically in Enzo and Cass matches, Cass doesn't enter. He's the guy that gets the hot tag, comes in and lays everybody out, essentially. That's generally what he does.
Yeah.
So we really haven't seen, I don't think, the full array of his wrestling abilities yet. And I think that would be my concern. Mm-hmm. He's only had, as far as I can remember, a handful of singles matches. So that's what I'm curious to see. How good can he go in the ring?
Right. I think no. You know what? I agree with you. I mean, you always want to know how good they are. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of potential. I saw a lot of potential as Cass, as Enzo and Cass as a singles act, as Enzo acting more of a manager, because their relationship, their friendship was so damn relatable. Mm-hmm. And so that's my main cause for concern here is if you had, imagine like an underdog Cass, and it's funny to call him an underdog because he's so massive, but in terms of not being the most assertive personality, that makes him kind of an underdog, but also relatable in everybody's eyes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I thought they had that going for them in spades.
Yeah.
And to see, I could imagine like how big the pop could have been had he won like the Universal Championship with Enzo helping him. I thought that it could have been a massively fun fan favorite moment.
Well, after give him a year after Cass gets over as a heel, starts getting popular as a heel, so when he does good work, that could still be a possibility.
Yeah, it could still be a possibility. I think.
And then you're gonna have Enzo turning on Cass.
Yeah, I honestly think the sky is the limit. I know, and there's perfect motivation here. You called me stupid. I think that the sky, honestly, I think the sky's the limit for Cass. I think he's got a shit ton of charisma. Mm-hmm. He's a big man, so he doesn't have to be great in the ring.
No, but he still has to put on interesting matches.
You're right, and you got Braun Strowman, who can do a lot in the ring for his size. So, it's like, well, there's no excuses for you. But, sky's the limit. Let's see here. Larson, sorry to interrupt you, champion Dylan Superkick Scribner. With a pretty good match between Joe and Reigns, what are some of your guys' favorite matches that were on free TV? He says Brock versus Angle on SmackDown comes to mind.
One just happened recently, the triple threat match when Raw was in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Balor,
was fantastic. Yeah. Seth Rollins.
And The Miz.
The Miz, yeah.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
That was really good. Rollins and Owens had a really good match on Raw. Mm-hmm. Not that long ago.
Yeah, that was
I really liked Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, their last man standing match. That was on Raw.
Yeah.
That was good.
Big Show Braun Strowman recently was actually really good. Going back a bit further, I think this is kind of acknowledged as one of the better matches ever on Raw was the two-man power trip match where Triple H got injured. Mm-hmm. That's a really fantastic one when they lead in Trish Stratus main event at Raw. That was a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's a couple matches where it was Sasha and Charlotte. For the women's title.
It will go down in history as the biggest, best match that was given away for free on TV. Hogan Goldberg.
I think they made a lot of money with that match.
Yeah, brother. I'm not the real Kenny Omega has a question. Hey, Stephen Larson, do you think if John Cena, so this could be fun. If John Cena started and stayed in TNA would have been bigger than WWE? Not a chance in hell.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance.
No chance.
John Cena would probably be a bouncer at a strip club right now if that were the case. They don't know what to do. We literally did a list of people who were better off without TNA, and the number of names who went through that place, the number of great talents who went through and they didn't know what they had.
Yep,
is stunning.
Yep. Retired Dwayne Nix. What's the chances Samoa Joe goes into Great Balls of Fire and actually wins the Universal Championship? He's saying as high as 50%. 30. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on 30 because I don't have faith that they're going to do the interesting storyline thing But
They've definitely set up Joe as a legitimate threat to Brock, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I got to go back on that TNA question because there's a second part. If not, what would TNA have had to have done to have been bigger than WWE? There's zero they could have done. There's nothing they could have done. They never would have had the resources to have poached WWE's biggest names. That never, ever would have happened.
Never would have happened.
No.
Brock without the K Lesnar. Will the Miz faction help Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas's career moving forward, or will it be short-lived, and will they go back off TV?
I could see it. Either way. I really hope that they do what I want them to do, and that's use this to get Bo Dallas at least, and maybe even Curtis Axel, over to Bray Wyatt, the new Bray Wyatt faction. That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
But the easy answer would be short-lived and back off TV.
Yes. Low-level writer Carlos Hackworth. What's up, friendos?
Hello.
Hi. If you could open a wrestling-themed business other than a promotion, what would it be? Carlos would open a wrestling sports bar.
Wasn't there was one in like Times Square or something, right?
WWE had a restaurant.
Yeah, they had a restaurant. Yeah,
I think it was called WWF New York or something like that.
It'd be like I'd want like an NWA wrestling themed business, like a bar. That'd be cool. Like an old like a old timey wrestling bar. That'd be rad. And on the big screen, we'd show Frank Gotch matches.
Did you see last night during Raw? They announced there's a new collection. They have a Bruno Sammartino collection going to the network.
Whoa!
I know.
That's fantastic.
It's very exciting. I don't think they don't have a lot of the WWF stuff up there, do they?
Right. I don't know. I really want them to try to do more stuff like, find lost crap.
I know.
Like the last Battle of Atlanta,
Yeah.
when that happened, like some old Bruno stuff that, and people thought this was lost.
Exactly.
This is gone, yeah.
What other kind of business? I mean, we did start a wrestling-themed business.
Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I would start a wrestling-themed amusement park. If I was a billionaire and I had like $100 million to spend, a wrestling-themed theme park. WWE land.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I couldn't get any of the WWE licenses, so
None.
it'd be like crap. It'd be like TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like there'd be like a Mr. Anderson themed or Ken Anderson, whatever his name is, Mr. Kennedy, Ken Anderson themed ride.
Yes.
That's all it'd be. It'd be a Ken Anderson themed theme park.
Okay, there you go.
Sink $100 million into it. But none of the rides would work properly, so people would be getting injured, just like Mr. Anderson.
You got to work in Edge taking his money in the bank cash in too.
That's right. Oh, that's great. Win a prize. Have that prize taken away.
There you go.
Yeah.
That could be the rule. You play the games, and you win a prize, and anybody can just challenge you to get that prize taken from you right away.
Yeah.
Tommy T. Hey, friendos. My question is, what do you see in Bray Wyatt? I've tried to see Bray as a star that you guys think he is, or that you think he can be, but I just don't. I watch with friends, and most of the time we don't even get the point of his promos. He seems to just ramble, and while his delivery, the promos are great. Does the delivery really make a difference if nobody is getting the package?
Hey, man, if he's not your cup of tea, he's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
He's one of those things that if you don't get it, you probably never will. And that's not like, I'm not saying that condescendingly. There's some music out there that I listen to, I'm like, I don't really get the point of this. But, people like,
like what?
Heat praise. Oh, off the top of my head, I can't really think of any. But,
for the longest time, I understood, but I didn't really care for like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, like, okay, I understand the appeal of this now.
Yeah, sure.
And I was into it for a while, then I just never really listened to it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
But I know what you mean. Sometimes there's...
So like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and honestly, I don't remember the bands, but I went through Spin's top 100 for the year, because they're like supposed to be kind of you can go to them and say, okay, well, what do they like?
Yeah.
And I a couple of them I picked out, and I was like, because I don't know anything about this. I never heard of this band before. I pop it on, and I'm like, I don't see the appeal of this at all. I just don't get it.
But some people really like it.
But some people really like it. Some people like critically praise it.
Yes.
So I'm not being shitty about it.
No.
I'm just saying I totally get if he's not your thing, then I think personally, I think he's got that charisma that you can't really put a finger on. You can't really like point to it and say, "Oh, we can replicate that somewhere else."
Yeah.
He just has. He comes off like a freaking Hollywood actor, like somebody a really interesting character actor.
Yeah, some of his promos.
He's like a Ned Beatty.
Some of his promos do seem nonsensical.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When they're on point, they're pretty good.
We totally know when they don't know what direction they want to go with Bray.
Yeah.
Because he comes out and he says some stuff that just it's like, okay,
it sounds nice, but really doesn't mean anything.
It's too vague.
Double T. Hey guys, my question is comparing SmackDown to Raw. Which is better? Too much talent with too little time, or too much time for the amount of talent you have?
What's a worse problem to have?
I mean, I guess it would be too much talent.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of because, like, man, how do we fit all these guys in? Whereas with Raw, I mean, it's funny because I suddenly understand why they, at the original draft, they did 2 for 3.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you kind of get it now.
Yeah.
And especially with the cruiserweights. So one of the problems is the cruiserweight division hasn't really turned out, I think, the way they wanted it to or expected it to. We're on Raw, but we're also over there on 205 Live, which, by the way, is live after SmackDown.
Yeah, I know.
So that's just weird. And so that wasn't really a
I
great
think they're
use
finally heading in the right direction in terms of having
I think
crossover.
I think they're getting there.
Raw
Yeah,
and
yeah. The
205
Titus
Live.
thing is strong.
They should have done that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Some crossover and storylines between the shows.
Right. Julian Morris, the Super Chat champion. First question for a new patron. Thank you.
Thank you.
He says, I'm a mechanic at a dealership, so 80% of my day is with my headphones on. You guys help my day go quickly. That's like my favorite.
I know.
Is when they're at work and we can help them get through their day. My question is with Braun and Reigns in an ambulance match, how do you book it to make Braun look not weak since Roman always wins?
Well, you have Braun win. That's how you do it. And then he tips over the ambulance again.
Do you think, what's the odds of that ever actually happening?
I think it's pretty good.
You think Braun's going to win that?
Yeah.
You're crazy. You think they're going to go the scenario of Lesnar keeping his title? You think they're going to have Braun strip Roman away from his number one contendership?
I mean, we've been saying that we want some struggle for Reigns. What if Strowman is just the one guy he can't beat?
Yeah, but he's beat him.
Well, he has, but then if Strowman... I know, but Strowman's beat him since then. If he beats him again...
Here's the thing. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of like, which crap scenario do they want to have? Lesnar not losing that title until Mania, or Roman Reigns going undefeated until he beats Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Can you have both?
I'm sure in WWE's mind, yeah.
So Roman, in that scenario, though, Roman goes over, Lesnar goes over, then you have Roman. Oh, that's the third thing, though. Roman versus Braun, or Roman versus Lesnar at SummerSlam instead of Mania.
Yeah.
Like, one of those scenarios has to give. One of those three things can't happen.
I would think the most likely one would be Reigns losing.
You think the most likely scenario?
If those three scenarios,
is Roman Reigns losing.
If he lost last night on Raw, if
to the number one contender.
Yes, I understand that. But if Braun is going to be the next number one contender, he would have to lose to him.
Do you understand how you should never say the words "the most likely scenario is Roman Reigns losing"?
Of those three you present to me, of those three you present to me, Lesnar holding the belt to Mania next year, Lesnar reigns at SummerSlam this year, or Reigns losing at least one match between now and Mania. I think the most likely scenario is Reigns somehow losing a match between now and Mania. Of those three scenarios.
But that would strip him. But you're saying that would strip him of his number one contendership
for the time being,
going to SummerSlam.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to fight for the belt at SummerSlam if all the reports we hear are true.
Yeah, I know. So I think Joe getting the title and Reigns going over, that to me makes the most sense.
It makes sense, but to us,
yeah.
WWE, they have their analytics, they have their metrics, they know what they think is they have what they think
Dude,
is going to make
I
money
don't
for
think
them.
no, I don't think this I don't think comes down to metrics. This comes down to
Well, he has his own metrics.
I want my cake and I want to eat it all and I don't want to have sex with the cake. Look, Dad, not sure you want to do that in front of the board.
I mean, we've been saying we want Reigns to take some losses, to add some intrigue to his storyline, make Braun the guy he can't beat.
Yeah, man, I want to be a freaking billionaire. It ain't gonna happen
until the Rumble or something, and he finally beats him, and then from there he can go on to beat Lesnar.
Yeah, I love storylines where a guy has to struggle against people, dude. But Reigns doesn't struggle against anybody.
He lost to Joe last night.
Yeah, because he saw
Because
a
of Ron.
literal monster up on the
Yes,
screen.
that he has to face, and he was scared of him when he was on the Titantron.
He's not going to be able to do the cocky Roman coming in the ring, my yard, if he loses.
Maybe he needs to be humbled a little bit then.
Yeah, I would love that.
Maybe they're going to do it.
But
Maybe
that's such an unlikely scenario.
Maybe that's why they're having him be so arrogant of late. They're setting him up. Let's wait and see how the story plays out.
We have another question from
Yes.
Hey F that guy. Hey, it's from Hey Friendo Unified Championship that guy.
Oh, okay.
He says first time Patreon, long time viewer, first time question asker. That's a lot. With all the heel and face turns, strange alliances, etc., building around all the WWE tag divisions, do you think creative will make it be the doing of the broken universe coming to WWE? Is the aura of the broken universe what's causing all these heel turns and tag problems and stuff? No, it's absolutely not.
No.
But that'd be kind of cool if it was. If there's something in the fabric of space-time was being
Yes.
bent. Motivations shifting.
Causing people to behave out of character.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Faces turning heels, heels turning faces. Let's do one more.
One more. Oh, I think there was one at the very bottom. Hold on. That I liked. Oh, here we go. That was a good question, Matthew. We'll do a couple more. Matthew Shipman. Which female superstar do you think will be on the first cover athlete of a wrestling game? I think it'll be this. And I say this not because I say this because we don't live in a perfect world. Sometimes our world is barely even freaking manageable. It will be Charlotte. It wouldn't surprise me if it was next year. However, the caveat will be it'll be a dual release. It'll be a dual cover release. They'll have Charlotte on one and like Finn on the other, something like that, or like a returning superstar on the other.
I could see Charlotte or Sasha.
Yeah. Let's see here. No, not that one. I think there's like one more. Here we go. The Eater of Fruits Bray Diet, which is my favorite.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
It's a really good name.
He says, I love Jinder's run as champion, but worry that once it's over, he'll have a hard time finding footing elsewhere. I kind of agree with that. Seeing someone as charismatic as Rusev still being booked poorly, do you guys think Jinder can find success when he drops the title? He also says being stationed in the Middle East makes it hard to keep up with programming, so I love listening to the show. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you
for being out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can, but I don't see him being a permanent fixture of the main event scene.
Yeah. Before he won
But this is going to help his stock a lot.
Yeah, before he won the title, there were reports that they were going to position Jinder to be one of the top, if not the top, mid-card heel. So I would guess that after he has his title run, that he'll start working solidly in the mid-card.
Yeah, I could see that.
And hopefully some interesting feuds. And I think the thing is if regardless where he is on the card after this, so long as he can pick up some wins and be involved in some interesting stories and get on TV on a regular basis, there's always a possibility that he can go back up to the main event.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of talent coming up, though.
I know.
A lot of talent.
I know.
One last question. I like this. The Humidifier asks, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? Prediction 6 months early. Go.
Nakamura. Because I think they can motivate Reigns, Lesnar, however way they want to.
The correct answer is Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm actually with you on that one. Sounds right. Him versus AJ. AJ already have the title by WrestleMania.
Yep.
All right. Is that it? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Kayfabe Corner.
Yeah, it's only the greatest pro wrestling trivia challenge there is.
Almost forgot about that.
How could you? How dare you?
My goodness gracious.
So I put to vote today two legends in the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Classic epic feud.
Yeah.
HBK won decisively. Wasn't even close. Everybody loves HBK.
Sean.
So we have here 12 names, some real, some fake, 2 bonus trivia questions. Are you ready?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of out of it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about my list.
Man.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
1. Lee Peak.
Lee Peak. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know that was real?
I don't know. I seem to remember it
I
somewhere.
thought the peak would throw you off.
That's good, though.
2. Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach. That's got to be fake.
Real.
Wow. Okay.
Next, Earthquake Batten.
What was Sandy Beach from?
I don't know. He wrestled the Rockers in WWE or WWF. Sorry.
Okay. Earthquake Batten. Fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, Barry Hardy.
This is 3.
Sorry. Actually 4.
No, this is actually 4.
Barry Hardy.
Barry Hardy. Real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember that one.
5, Buddy Summers.
Buddy Summers. Wow, what a great name. God, that's from your head, though. That's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good name, though.
6, Barry Orton.
Barry Orton. I like they've gone heavy on the berries. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I remember that, too.
7, Von Cruz.
Fake.
Real.
Wow. That sounds real, too. I thought you made that up.
I don't remember this is. Nick Bennett.
Nick Bennett. I'm going to say real.
Fake.
Wow.
Bubba Kirk.
Fake.
Real.
Fuck.
Tom Carlson.
Fake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Terry Gibbs.
Terry Gibbs. I think you just put 2 names together. I'm going to say fake.
Real.
Shit, I should have gone with my gut.
Last one, Bobby Jaggers.
Okay, here's the thing. I swear I've heard that before. Fuck it, real.
Yep.
Okay.
How many? 7?
7.
Good job. 2 trivia questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who suggested that Shawn Michaels use the nickname the Heartbreak Kid?
Ooh. What's her face? Sensational Sherry.
This person nicknamed Shawn perfectly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mr. Perfect.
Wow. Cool.
And who did Shawn Michaels face in his final match on Raw?
Oh, on Raw. Well, let's see here. No. I would know that if that was the case. I'll say John Cena.
Kane.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Wouldn't have known that. All right. So I got 7.
Good showing.
Did what I did. I think you were up 2. I'm up 5.
That
now.
might be the case. I don't remember. I lost
Okay.
track. I have to go look.
I'm up 5.
Okay.
All right. All right. Anyways, that's Kayfabe Corner.
That's the show, too.
And that's the show. So stick around, patrons. We're going to hang out for a little bit. The rest of you, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. So thirsty today. It's so hot. It's supposed to
very
be like
hot.
dangerously hot on Thursday.
Did you bring lunch? Or are you going to go get
No, I
lunch?
have to go get something.
Okay.
I didn't have time today to make anything.
How are you guys doing? The stream, I noticed the stream I don't think we had any glitches with
I
it.
didn't notice anything either. I was checking in on occasion.
So that's
Promising.
That's
Good to
a
know.
promising thing.
Good to see.
Bye.
What should we do a silly countdown about today?
What should our countdown be today? Let's take it over to chat. Power rank top 5 buttholes. I have
Don't even know
no
what that
reference.
means.
I have no
Don't even know
reference
what
for
that
that. Thank you, Skin Trade. Oh, he says I've been liking the art he's been doing. Oh yeah, he's been doing like these really cool drawings of like various wrestlers for I believe Empire Filth friendos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Yeah.
the one Jason the Cabbie put on Twitter.
Of Nia Jax.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was really good.
good. Yeah. Top 10 wrestlers with Ms. Cryface. Boy, that's kind of hard to say.
I know.
I don't know if there's been 10 instances of Cryfaces
Can all 10 be Miz?
that I can all think of. Yeah, I know, exactly. Do you think Daniels will actually do something tonight? Oh, wait. Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be back. I hope he has. I really hope he brings his kid with him. Like it's in one of those things. It'd be fantastic. And then he starts to deliver a promo and starts crying. Top 10 cities Samson should shit
Well, I
on.
mean, he's going to talk
All
crap
of them.
about
It's
everyone
great.
he's in.
Top 10 people that should join Titus brand. That sounds like it should be an actual count out.
I know.
I've been thinking about doing kind of goofier count outs, like top 10 neatest things Edge has done.
Oh, I thought about that too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, number 1 is live sex show.
Yes.
Number 2, the cash in.
Is the Kennedy thing.
Ooh, Carlos Ackworth says Sasha posted a picture with Titus brand. Is this foreshadowing her joining Titus brand? I would love that, but I feel like it'd be kind of a step down for Sasha. Sasha needs to be in that title picture.
Yeah, she really does.
Now.
Maybe we should just answer some questions.
Okay, we'll answer questions. Maybe we'll do top 10. We'll do.
Here's a good one. Make a
what?
brand for Samson out of current superstars.
Make a band for Samson.
Oh, band. Sorry.
Out of current superstars.
I was thinking we make Elias brand.
Elias brand would be good. He's like a new A&R guy. A&R, what does that stand for?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but that's music thing, right?
Yes.
Music producer guy. Or
Record label stuff.
yeah, acquisition thing. Maybe that's what A stands for. Top 10. Oh, I like that. Top 10 cases Kurt Angle couldn't solve. Let's just do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Top 10 cases Kurt Angle couldn't solve. Number 10.
10.
Who GTV really was.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be Goldust.
It was,
It
yeah.
was supposed to be Goldust.
Yeah.
They never said who it was. Number 9.
Number 9. They never. Did they ever say on TV who blew up
Nope.
Vince's limousine? There we go.
That's
Number
what I was
9.
thinking of too. Okay, number 9. Number 8.
8.
What? How Big Show stopped smoking cigarettes?
Okay.
Because that's kind of a hard thing to do, and there was never any actual resolution to why he stopped smoking cigarettes when he came to the ring.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Yeah. This would actually be a real count out too. Top 10 answered plot. I mean, I'm sure What Culture already did that.
Oh, like unanswered.
Yeah. But I'm sure that we can, because we have like kind of sort of a weird memory log of like oddball stories.
Yeah.
That we kind of like. Why did the Giants stop smoking cigarettes?
I know.
This is a tough one. I'm trying to think of other mysteries.
I know.
Number what? What are we on?
7?
7. All right. Number 7. Who decides who gets to be suicide?
Oh.
Because now it's a dude I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
But he's still around. Well, that's my question too. How do you pop for a guy? I can't think of 6 more. How can you pop for a guy under a mask if it's a different guy a lot? Like when TJ Perkins was suicide for a spell, like when we were doing some research on that stuff, like, okay, you can pop. I know it's the same guy every time.
Yeah.
You know? But if they keep on changing me, why do I care about just a costume?
I know.
Because at that point, you're simply caring about the costume.
I know.
Like, at least with Sin Cara, they tried to roll with the same guy a couple times.
Yes.
Where did Ty Dillinger go is definitely number 1.
That's good. All right, question time.
Oh, yeah. Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens? You guys know this stuff better than me. All these weird mysteries.
What did Triple H say to Kevin Owens to make him turn to Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Never learned that.
There you go. Dami Ray, if Shinsuke is the favorite to win the Rumble, what are Sami Zayn's odds? Like 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Not very good.
Cowardly heel Steve would Cass benefit from being a Paul Heyman guy? Did you notice last night that Reigns said, I usually don't agree with Paul Heyman?
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. What if
That
Paul
does.
Heyman turns on Lesnar?
Mhm.
Ooh.
Thought that too.
Yeah, maybe. So let me ask you something.
What?
J.S. Wooten brings up a good point here. Who shot JFK? Now that we're older, more wizened, who do you actually think shot JFK? After all this time, I'm going back towards Oswald.
Yeah, I know. I mean, without a doubt, he was involved.
Yeah. Do you think it was his bullet?
There's so much information and misinformation, and it's so hard
I know.
to separate the real from, conspiracy theories.
I know.
It's so hard
I know.
because I've seen really strong arguments to say Oswald acted alone.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some first of all, we were both really obsessed.
Oh, I know.
We watched JFK the movie obsessively. Not that's like a
Yeah.
historical document. It's not. But it's based on some books, and I've read a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
of those
yeah.
books. And like Jim Garrison's book brings up a couple interesting points. There's a lot of conjecture there. And then what was the other one called? I don't remember what the other one was
I
called.
forget. Yeah.
Again, that brings up some interesting points, but again, it's points, but not necessarily everything's backed with facts or evidence.
Yeah.
So, without a doubt, Oswald was involved in some capacity. Odds are likely that he was one of the shooters, if not the shooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think it seemed obvious that a lot of people wanted JFK dead, though. Mafia. Cubans.
The military-industrial complex.
Exactly. One thing that does kind of bum me out, though, is when people give, they start pointing at LBJ. Because from everything I've seen, he seemed really tore up about JFK being slain. And apparently he freaking hated him during the election. Let's see here.
I know
it's one thing to hate a guy, but you don't want to see his brains go
I know.
everywhere.
You see all these people throwing out these wild allegations, and it's
Yeah.
I mean, you need some facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alex C says, well, this stream got a bit bleak. Sorry. I like talking about that stuff, man. I think it was Bray Wyatt, man.
They had I can't remember what channel, it was probably History Channel or something, had this forensic thing, laying out the case for Oswald being the lone shooter.
When they did the test from the school book
to
depository?
make, because, when JFK got shot, his head went a certain way, his back to the left, and, and Jim Garrison said that was evidence that he was shot from the front, but these forensic tests made it, they showed it so it's possible that based on...
That always felt a bit too simplistic. When your head gets rocked by something...
It goes all over the place.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, they pointed out that Garrison said that the massive wound on the back of Kennedy's head was an exit wound, but these forensic people said it was, no, that's the entry wound.
Here's a great question. Kyle Young, of the two of you, who is Marky Mark and who is John C. Reilly from Boogie Nights? Who's Dirk Diggler and who's... I kind of feel like I'm Dirk.
Yeah.
And you're Chester Rockwell. I kind of feel like that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
All right. Let's see here. Connor Dunmore, do you think the women's division needs to be across both brands to add depth? I think they have plenty of depth.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just need
I think Raw has really made a point the last couple of weeks of showcasing their depth.
They kind of Raw kind of needs to add a B story because they've got a lot of
They got everybody
there.
involved in the A story right now.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
Patrick Oliva, G1 question. Depending on blocks, prefer an Okada Omega or Okada Ibushi final?
Omega Ibushi.
I don't think Ibushi's going to make it to the finals. He's not a full-time New Japan wrestler.
Do we know that at this point, though? Like the fact that he's been added?
Unless he just signed a new contract.
Yeah, maybe.
Carlos Hackworth. Larson seems to enjoy abusing Steve. I just chopped you once.
I know, man.
Seems to be the only thing to make him smile. I smile all the time.
Yeah, that was like the most anybody's ever seen you smile.
The funny thing was, the reason I was smiling, if not that I did it, was two reasons. One, I wasn't expecting it, so I just thought it was funny that we did it. Two, knowing how loud it was, I wanted to see what was going on under your shirt. I wanted to see if there was a handprint there.
Yeah.
And that's what I was laughing about.
Oh, okay. There was no handprint there.
There was a little bit.
There was no handprint.
A little bit.
J.S. Wooten wants to know when we're going to see Mecha Santa Top Notch. Look, Wooten. This isn't the thing you just do.
You got to build it up.
You got to build it up.
It has been a year in the making, though.
I know, but talk about the ultimate build-up. Alex C., what 80s song would you want a wrestling theme based on?
Wait, what?
What 80s song would you want to be a wrestling theme? Or at least a wrestling theme based on? Lights go down. You hear, I can feel it. Steve is here now tonight. Then I come out. That'd be great. In the air tonight, Phil Collins.
That's a good answer.
I was trading American Psycho quotes with Myrrh last night. She's obsessed with that movie to the point that she's listening to a lot of Phil Collins. It's not good. It's hilarious, though. JSB, who can be an early surprise for the while you think about it?
Yeah.
Who can be an
That's not a good
early
answer.
surprise for the upcoming Rumble? Adam Cole, Bebe, perhaps.
He's going to be in NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, when is that happening? I'm assuming they're still within the window of not signing contracts with him.
Yeah. Hasn't been 90. Was it 90 days or something like that? That Meltzer said they were waiting.
90 days, yeah.
What's some Sade songs?
Oh, what's that one?
Smooth Operator.
Keep no.
That's what I want. Smooth Operator.
Oh yeah, Smooth Operator. That's a good one. I would want what's that? What's that dude's name? Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
I keep forget.
Oh yeah.
Not is that's Doobie Brothers though, or is that his solo shit?
I think that's him. Wait.
Keep forget. Not in love
I don't remember.
anymore.
I don't remember.
Bow, bow,
So I don't
bow.
remember what a fool believes is
What
him
a
solo
fool believes.
or the Doobie Brothers. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm pretty sure I keep forget. I think that's Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
And then the other one, that's
It's
solo,
solo?
I
Okay.
think. Not in love anymore.
You know, I keep forgetting that's the song that Regulate sampled.
No, I know. Whenever I
great.
think of
I know.
dun, dun, dun.
It's
Regulate.
great.
Alex C. Is Rollins one of the rare guys who's a better champion than contender?
I thought CM Punk was a better champ than contender.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, totally. And I think that Rollins,
I think Kevin Owens is a better champ than contender too.
I agree
Anybody
with that.
who really, really, really prizes the belt
Yeah.
is a better champion than contender.
Rollins is best. I'll be honest. I think, in my opinion, Rollins is best when he's chasing something. That's when he's best.
Mm-hmm.
When he was champion, the case could be made he was chasing something, but it wasn't the title at that point.
Yeah.
He was chasing, I don't know, respect in a way.
Yeah. Julian Morris, power rankings, 5 burgers and where from.
Whoa, man. Gee
Put some thought into
willikers.
that.
But let's not just dole out some Sacramento options here. Let's talk about what they can have access to.
Okay.
General chains, fast food, what have you.
Okay.
You know what's crazy?
So we're not necessarily talking like high-end boutique burgers.
Right, yeah, no. What's
I've had a lot of those.
what's crazy is, so you go to like Applebee's or you go to like Fridays or someplace like that, Chili's, and I'm pretty sure most of those places use the same, it's like a Cisco brand or some like national brand patty, beef patty. It's just how they doll it up.
They might season it differently than what they put on it in terms of
But
toppings.
then each of the fast food places, they have their own proprietary patty
Potentially, yeah.
that tastes like across the board. It's uniform.
It's different.
Specific to restaurant. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You think that like Apple, Chili's would have their own patty that would taste
It would
specific
depend.
to Chili's.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, 5. Let's end on this.
What's your
This is good.
favorite burger? Like that you can get wherever. Let's say you travel a lot. You're like, man, I want a burger. I'm gonna go to this place.
First thing that popped in my head is The Habit. I think their burgers
Oh,
are good.
those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Habit Burger's good. Is
They're
that
good.
national?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
Either.
if it's national.
Habit's pretty good though.
Shake Shack, 2 times been there. Burger's been good.
Yeah, they've been okay. They've been good. Yeah, they've been good. They're a bit ambitious. How they do it. What about of all the fast food places? What's your favorite burger?
I mean, they're not good, but every once in a while, I'll just have a serious
Craving.
for just the regular McDonald's hamburgers. That's what I grew up on,
Yeah, I know. No, I'm with you on that. And it tastes like crack.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing. In-N-Out's overrated in my opinion. I'm not huge on In-N-Out. The burger's decent.
Yeah. Have you ever had Five Guys?
I have not.
They're not bad.
It really.
Yeah.
Is there one near here?
There's one at Rancho.
Oh, yeah. I like Jasper's.
Yeah, Jasper's is great.
Rancho's really
They have
good.
a really large variety of menu options for such a small place.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they still do, but they would have beef burgers, but they would have like ostrich, bison,
Yeah.
some interesting meats that were always fun to try out.
Huh. I've not tried a Wahlburger.
Neither have I. They had one in Orlando when we were there.
I think I did. I don't think I did.
I noticed when we were walking around downtown before Raw, there was a Wahlburgers down there.
Nice.
We went to a local place, though.
One more question. Because now I am hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna have a burger though.
I don't remember where it was, but
Sounds
maybe one of the better burgers I've had, and I started making my burgers this way because of it, is there was this place that would saute up onions
Okay.
and then caramelize them and then put them in the ground beef before cooking the burger, and it's so good.
Ooh.
So good.
If you could do one road to WrestleMania on 2K18, what superstar would it be? A good question.
That is a good question. With any superstar ever?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it'd have
Here's
to be,
what I want to do. I
Daniel
want to do the
Bryan.
road to WrestleMania 3 with Macho Man and Steamboat
Oh, that'd be good.
planning their match.
Yeah, but then you're like in a hotel room planning
just
out the match.
going over and memorizing spots.
And
That's
it
what I want.
basically turns into like LA Noir. You're just like all these different
No, it's all a
options
quick
and shit.
time game. It's like, what spot's next? You have to press the right button, otherwise you start away from the beginning. Dami Reyes, end on this one.
Okay.
Listen to any good albums lately. Pull up my phone here.
What have I been listening to? I listen to a lot of like iTunes has a bunch of like different radio stations.
Yeah.
Radio stations. And I've been listening to a lot of the classic country station. So in terms of new stuff, not
The new
really.
Kendrick Lamar album's really good.
I've been listening to like I've been
Listen
on
to
a
that.
little bit of a country kick.
Oh, I downloaded the new Fleet Foxes album.
They have a new one?
Yeah.
Oh snap! I
It's
gotta
okay.
check that out. Oh yeah, I was listening to the National the other
I
night.
tried listening to. I was listening to it at the gym the other day. I was like, "This isn't."
That
okay.
doesn't work. What are you doing? That's
No,
crazy.
That's not working.
That is not gonna work. Yeah. Try listening to the National at the gym.
They have a few up-tempo songs.
Yeah.
Not that I think it's necessary to listen to up-tempo music at the gym.
I like dramatic music, and
Yeah.
that could be not up tempo.
Trying to think what else. Still listen to Run the Jewels 3. That's another good one to listen to at the gym.
Oh man, look at this. Whoa.
What I found about Fleet Fox's albums, at least their last two, is like the first half I really get into.
Yeah.
There's just not enough variation.
Oh yeah.
So by the second half, I'm kind of over it. Maybe I start listening to the first half exclusively, wait a couple days, and go back.
Yeah.
Um,
I love this. Blue Monkey G says, I've been getting pumped to Corn and Limp Bizkit. Hell yeah, man. It's 1999 all over again. Give me that shit. That's fantastic. All right. I think we're done.
yeah,
All
lunchtime.
right. Lunchtime. Thank you for hanging out with us. And yeah, keep an eye out for that bonus episode on probably Friday. So yeah, talk to you guys later.
Bye.